check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Unboxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. Dillian Whyte took off with Jarrell. Big Baby Miller left off, going in on AJ, saying that he been using TUEs, therapeutic use exemptions, to get away. And Dillian Whyte said you would be shocked how many fighters are using these therapeutic use exemptions and getting away with basically cheating. Well, let's talk about it. The article links in the description for Boxing Scene. On the article link if you want to check it out yourself. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. But Dillian Whyte came to Big Baby Miller's defense after blasting him. And I must say, Dillian Whyte did get in trouble for a banned substance. He got suspended for 2 years for using the supplement Jacked. And it had a stimulant in it that he wasn't supposed to take. So a stimulant you could buy at GNC. That's not a steroid. You know what I'm saying? You can get that in pre-workout, post-workouts. You know, they really, really strict on some of the things you can and can't use. So, to get an object of what the difference is from steroid and performance enhancing drug and a stimulant or a diuretic, you should look it up for yourself. But I'm familiar with all that stuff because I used to work out. So, but, you know, he goes in and says, you know, that it's true that Anthony Joshua is getting those TUEs, those therapeutic use exemptions. And he says it's easy to get. You just go to your doctor. It's not like your doctor writing you a note for school and say that you don't have this much testosterone, you having problems producing this or that, or you having problems with the bedroom, whatever it may be, and write you a letter and give you an exemption. It says that AJ is the juice man and Big Baby Miller only juiced because he was afraid because he was fighting the juice man. You know, he was trying to even the playing field with Anthony Joshua. Now, this can be Dillian Whyte, you know, just saying this out of spite because AJ tried to shortchange him on a contract, and in a rematch, if he had won, could be some truth to it. The second fighter said, so it could be a curse where Dillian Whyte pop hot just as Miller did from speaking on Anthony Joshua. So, but Dillian Whyte didn't leave off at Anthony Joshua. He said you'll be surprised on how many pro fighters get these exemptions, man. And they're allowed to do things. And we know one thing for sure, two things for certain, that one of those alleged exemptions came with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. And Floyd Mayweather was able to take a shot, you know, before the fight. And they both agreed to take painkillers and get an exemption. And then, you know, Mayweather got his and he pulled the rug from under Manny Pacquiao. And Pacquiao couldn't get his, according to Freddie Roach. Why this came out 2, 3, 4 years later, I don't know. But it's been said for years that Floyd Mayweather got exemptions for, you know, xylocaine in his hands. And Leonard Ellaby said that was a nasty rumor that got out there, whoopty-whooped, you know, but it's been heard of before. You know, Lamont Peterson got cleared for a medical exemption when he popped hot, even though he didn't file the paperwork beforehand. But after, you know, WBA stripped him, IBF accepted it. Luis Ortiz got a medical exemption. WBA suspended him. The WBC gave him a pass. You know what I'm saying? So just look at it from that perspective and that point of view. But, you know, Dillian Whyte probably exposed some truth. I can believe it, man. These dudes playing dirty because just like a doctor note, or just like you got a shady doctor giving you opiates or giving you painkillers, and you know they'll give you a prescription for anybody. Anybody in the hood know that. You got a doctor that just want to get those prescriptions off and get that and just get that bread or whatever, and might got a pharmacy next door he profiting off of too. You know, I can see that happening, man. I don't know anything for certain, but Anthony Joshua do not look 100% natural. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And if he really is taking the TUEs, you know what? You know, it's up to the fighters to say, stop, I don't want to do it. If you're going to fight him, you sign to fight him, and you know what the situation is, or you don't take the precautions to make sure, you know, what exemptions he getting and what drug, you know, what drug tests, you know, is getting took, what precautions is getting took to, you know, for your safety, or what tests are you running for to see if he really needs the stuff. Don't take the fight. Don't sign up if you're going to complain about drug testing, complain about exemptions. Just pass it up, man. Because then when you take the fight, then you want to cry excuses. You know, if Anthony Joshua was doing this, how about you fighters band together and expose him, man? Real talk, y'all got the power to expose him. The kind of the whole shit he been on the last 2 or 3 years, expose him. Press the WBC about it. Press the WBA about it. Press the IBF about it. Press the WBO about it. You know, do he really need this stuff? No, because look at him. He looking like the Hawk. You know what I'm saying? He can't control his weight. That's a bad sign. How are you a heavyweight? You can't control your weight. You know, but no, Dillian Whyte speaking some truth, and it's going. You know, eventually the truth comes to the light. And if he go down, you know, Anthony Joshua go down, then the whole matchroom operation go down. So it could be the point where Dillian Whyte is just hurt because AJ trying to play him on the bread and he just hating on him. But it's 2 fighters saying it. You know what I'm saying? And for him to come in Jarrell Miller defense and say, you know, he juiced up because AJ all juiced up and he was worried about it. You know, the first time we heard about it was from Jarrell Miller. But like I said before, man, if you feel like you got an unfair advantage, don't take the fight. You know, if you feel the money so good you got to take it, then you waive your right to even say something like that, to even complain, a bitch complain about drugs. You use that right, man. You lose it. So we ain't trying to hear that, but you know, it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna sit here and say nothing. I don't care, man, as much as these fighters been jacking us around. But this is what Whyte got to say, a little bit of the clip, and I'll link the article in the description. He said, look at this. There's loads of fighters who are legally cheating, Whyte said to the Mirror. There are many fighters on TUEs, therapeutic use exemptions, who are legally juicing. The doctors just give it to them saying they've got asthma, they've got ADHD, which doesn't exist, by the way, or whatever, or they're legally juicing. That's the bigger question in the sport that needs looking into, needs shining a lot on, is TUEs, because you'll be shocked to see how many fighters are on this stuff. And he feels, Dillian Whyte, Miller's state of mind was to take as many performance enhancers as possible to even up the odds with Joshua. I think he's thinking, I'm fighting a juice man, so getting on this juice, I'm getting on this juice too. He kept on going on about Joshua's therapeutic use exemption, so he knows Joshua's on TUEs, Whyte said. Whyte goes on to say he's thinking, boy, I'm going to make my own TUEs up. He knows Joshua's on TUEs, so he's probably got scared. It's a big fight, and he doesn't want to get hurt. He's probably just got scared and thought, shit, I'm going to get killed. I better do some drastic, you know. And then, like I said before, it goes on. Whyte tasted a 2-year ban after failing random drug test stimulant that was found in the supplement called Jack 3D. You know, which Whyte had bought over the counter from a nutritional supplement shop. So, yep, that's exactly pretty much what he said in the article for the most part. He could be right. He could be hating. You know, you're going to have people saying, oh, jumping on the Dillian Whyte bandwagon. You know, Dillian Whyte, would just talk bad about Wilder. People hated him. Then he started going at AJ and saying some other things and said he was scared of Deontay Wilder. People started riding with him. And then, you know, pretty much when they thought, you know, Luis Ortiz, he was ducking Luis Ortiz, they started going against him. You know, at the end of the day, you riding with somebody, you're not riding with him. For me, I don't give a shit about Dillian Whyte. He a chicken shit. He a chicken. He a punk. He trying to find an easy way out. Easy Route Promotions. He need to join Errol Spence promotional company. Easy Route Promotions. But, you know what I'm saying? But when he talk about something like this, it, make you think a little bit. Make you serenade. Make you, marinate like neck bone juice, like Country Wayne say. But, you know, something to look at. Now, if this is a legal way of cheating, I can go back to remember people saying Mayweather was doing this with his hands, and, you know, you don't really never know. So, shout out to Dillian Whyte for exposing it. Hopefully he don't fall victim to the TUE's curse as Big Baby Miller did. But, hey, man, I'm going to link that article in the description. Let me know what you guys think. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Other than that, don't forget to check our sponsor, The Help Blaze, at thehelpblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing get you 18% off the 100% all natural products from soaps, lotions, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Website, promo code are both in the description. check them out, man. You won't be mad. They're 100% all natural products, man. Super duper dope. Check them out. Website, promo code in the description. And if you email me Dillian Whyte's birthday, I'll give you free $10 or $15 from the Help Blade. So, email me Dillian Whyte birthday, get free $10 or $15. Other than that, share the videos. Best way to help out. One time for the one time. Boy, CJ Goodfellow. We gone.